Here's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Lambeau. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And his first look is incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, look at the juke. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Cousins on first down. Smith catches left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Madison will score. Touchdown, Vikings. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Cook gets past one man, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Again, it's Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Rodgers now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 39, Cousins And Cook has it left side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Throwing, Cousins. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
58, right over there, Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Back one. 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. You ain't got nothing.
To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by... And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Cousins. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Again, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on. Right there. 54. Right there.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Catch made by the running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, tight down, there you go. Inside. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb, and it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A good game there on first down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the middle with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Forced out to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a give to Madison. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Cousins rolling to his right. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Pass caught by Fuller. Well done. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And he floats one there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Here's Fuller with a catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. 50. Hey, you block over here. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, boom, boom. 58, right there. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Watch the slant.
Rodgers again now. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team 26. Mike by 4, Mike by 4, Mike by 4. Right here, right here. Plant. Check Mike 50 front. 54. Watch the run. Mike. Mike. Mike 54. Ready? 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got him. Watch the safety creep. 26.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They find some open field here.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Switch, switch, switch. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Out, 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 out. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift, shift, shift.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, 88. Check 31. Shoot. Mike 5-4. Hey, check 26.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Watch the pass. Mike 54. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To throw, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got it. Jumbo! Mike 5-4.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins to throw it. It's caught. Smith. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here's Madison running on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On second down, it's Cook again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On first down, Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Check 50, check 50. Push him back.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got Fuller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Completion good for 14 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker